Come along for an adventure. Feel the smiles on our faces. Roadside stories in an RV, making memories along the way. Toddle in, toddle in, toddle in.
Good morning. Can I get a medium black decaf, please?
Medium black decaf?
Yeah, and that's it. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you.
Turn left after 900 meters.
That was a quick stop at McDonald's for a black decaf. And according to Google Maps, it's about a 35-minute drive to my destination at 12th and Oak in Vancouver. I'll be on the east side of Vancouver and not right downtown Vancouver. But as I mentioned, we will be taking the number 1 freeway across the Port Mann Bridge, the newly rebuilt Port Mann Bridge about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And they've
Turn left after 500 meters onto 88th Avenue East.
No, I'm not taking 88th Avenue East. It's kind of an overcast.
Please turn next left.
She got it right. Next left. And then we'll merge onto the busy Trans-Canada Highway westbound into Vancouver.
Bear right after 9 kilometers.
And so I'm standing out in the moonlight, and we can just pretend. I'll read it. Where the rain stands still, there's an emerald hill, and I'm itching my breath. I'm just wondering if it's gonna be better, better, better. Another story with another end. This can't be all. This can't be all. Can you handle the regret? This is our night.
Radio's weather girl this morning said that we could expect some light showers, and I can see on the windshield that it's just what I would term spitting rain. It's not heavy, it's not drenching, as we can get some pretty heavy rainfalls here in the lower mainland. Not real heavy rain, but it's going to be a nice drive into Vancouver. And I just heard the traffic reports. The roads seem to be clear, and we are about 7 minutes from the Port Mann Bridge. And once we cross over the Port Mann Bridge, we'll be entering the municipalities of New Westminster, Burnaby, and then into Vancouver. We are still in Surrey right now, and this exit here will take, if you wanted to take the Peace Arch border or the Douglas border crossing into the United States, Washington State, and head south down the I-5. We are heading west into Vancouver on a Monday morning. It is May the 17th, 2021 today.
Fair right after 3 kilometers.
No recreational travel. So we haven't been able to hook the RV up to the Allison Duramax and head anywhere. And the provincial government of BC has said hopefully after the May long weekend here in Canada, May 24th long weekend, that the restrictions may be lifted and we'll be able to travel outside of our zone. We're in the Fraser Valley Health District, and I'll be crossing into Vancouver, but I have an appointment, so that should be fine. I shouldn't run into any problems heading into Vancouver, being stopped and asking where I'm headed to. Is it essential? Yes, it's essential.
Fair right after 1 kilometer and continue on Trans-Canada Highway.
This is the Port Mann Bridge. We're crossing the Fraser River, the mighty Fraser River. It's the biggest river, longest river in Canada. It originates in the northern part of the province and comes all the way from the north down to the south coast and then out into the Pacific Ocean. We've said goodbye to the municipality of Surrey, and we are now coming into the Coquitlam area, and then on into Burnaby, and then into Vancouver. High-rises along the Trans-Canada Highway as we're still in Burnaby, the city of Burnaby, and the downtown core.
Turn left at the next exit onto Grandview Highway.
The downtown core is quite a large area. Kingsway, another major artery into Vancouver, is probably one of the busiest corridors in the Lower Mainland. It runs from New Westminster all the way into Vancouver, but I prefer taking the freeway. A lot less red lights and easier to access most parts of the city of Vancouver, whether I'm heading downtown or whether I'm heading into the 12th and Oak area. It's a great area, but we're reaching the city limits of Vancouver, and I'll be taking Grandview Highway into Vancouver.
Please turn left.
There's a popular spot, Whistler, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from here. If you're a skier, mountain bike, hiking, it's one of the premier recreational areas in the world, Whistler. They even got room for lots of RVs. There's lots of great RV parking between Vancouver and Whistler. I mentioned as I came off the Trans-Canada Highway westbound onto Grandview that there were no accidents. I've been sitting at Boundary and Grandview Highway for about 7 minutes, and there was a stall, truck pulling a small trailer right at the beginning of the intersection, and cars were trying to get around the stall. But I've made it to the Boundary Road, and then we will be welcomed into the city officially of Vancouver. We're on the east side of Vancouver. You don't really get to see a lot of the gorgeous mountains, the direction that we'll be heading, but we are heading into Vancouver. And when I'm finished with all my appointments, I'll try and take Oak Street southbound to Highway 99, and we'll catch some beautiful scenery on the way back into Langley later on this afternoon. But for now, waiting for a red to turn green, and P for punch and H for hurry. If you recall earlier, I mentioned Kingsway, and Kingsway is another major road that will take you from the city of New Westminster through Burnaby, through the downtown core of Burnaby, and straight into Vancouver. So we're going to be crossing Kingsway coming off of 12th in just a couple of moments from now. But Vancouver's relatively an easy city to get around, whether you're on the north side or whether you're on the south side or you're on the east side like we are. There's First Avenue off the Trans-Canada that will take you right into the core of Vancouver, and 12th takes you into some other beautiful neighborhoods in the city of Vancouver. But my appointment this morning is at 12th, and we're on 12th and we are westbound. So we just crossed Kingsway, and that's, as I mentioned, another major artery that will take you out in toward the city of New Westminster. It goes right into the city of New Westminster and along the Fraser River, and then you can take the Patella Bridge from New Westminster back into Surrey, and then eventually you can go back into Langley. But if you look on a map, you'll find that getting around Vancouver is a lot easier than you think. The area is such a beautiful area. East Vancouver is more residential, businesses, commercial street. Of course, is a huge Italian community, and the various ethnic communities in Vancouver have their regions around this part of the city and elsewhere. But yeah, it's a gorgeous city, and there's an RV park in Burnaby, and there are several out in toward the Lower Mainland if you want to spend a day or two exploring Vancouver. Gastown, downtown Vancouver, Harbour Centre, where the seaplanes go, Canada Place, the pier at Canada Place. Lots to see and do in Vancouver. So pretty soon we'll be coming up to my destination of 12th and Oak Street. So I think you might be able to catch the big tower right up to the right-hand side of your screen with the Canadian flag. That's the City Hall of Vancouver. Vancouver City Hall is on our right-hand side. Cambie is another major corridor that runs north to south in Vancouver.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the way that you love me today. Let's run up through the fields where the sun shines and heals. With you, I wanna stay with you.
Turn right after 200 meters. Then you will arrive at your destination on the left-hand side. Turn left after 50 meters.
It's been so cold since you have been gone. Like I was told, you're the only one. I can't be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up to the clouds where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you.
Off in the distance is a great shot of downtown Vancouver and English Bay. I'm standing near the top of the hill on Oak, and I'm not far from West 7th in the city of Vancouver. But today we're not going to be heading downtown Vancouver. It's such a beautiful city. So this is looking north from Oak Street down at the bottom. And if you turn left, you're about 7-8 minutes away from the Vancouver Oak Street Bridge and Granville Island Public Market. It's a beautiful spot down there. But there's a kind of an overview from my position in Vancouver of the city of Vancouver. The downtown part. Okay, we're coming up to the corner of Walk and Don't Walk. Not really, it's Cambie, which is a major street road that'll take you right into downtown Vancouver, and West 7th, corner of Cambie and West 7th. And there's a Canadian icon. Of course, I think a lot of people know Tim Hortons, and then closely is Canadian Tire. It's a, well, the name says a Canadian Tire and More. Plants anything to do with auto and repairs, oil changes, and the likes. But they've got locations and stores right across Canada. So we are at the corner of Cambie and 7th, major artery. Cambie Street Bridge will take you right into downtown Vancouver. And if you like biking, lots of great bike lanes going into Vancouver. Transportation is very easy to get on and hop off downtown Vancouver. So there's a quick little overview of this area. Now, I'll have to do it in another video, take you downtown Vancouver with me. We can toddle in to downtown Vancouver and explore the waterfront. It's just a beautiful area, and I know you'll enjoy it. So if you're coming to Vancouver, plan to spend at least a few days exploring this beautiful city. I've only shown you some of the area that is seldomly seen by tourists, the east side of Vancouver, and I'm heading west, kind of the west end of Vancouver a little bit, but not quite. But hopefully you've enjoyed the video so far. Southbound on Oak Street. We are just crossing West King Edward Ave, and we're going to be taking Highway 99 through the tunnel that's under the Fraser River, and then we'll be heading back into Langley through South Langley. This morning I came Highway 1, the Trans-Canada, into Vancouver, into VGH, and then quite a lengthy session there, 2.5 hours almost, and now I'm on my glide path back to Langley down Oak Street, but we are heading south, and we're heading into South Vancouver.
It goes 1, 2, 3, follow my lead. Baby, do you think you can jive with me? It goes 4, 5, 6, I know your tricks. Baby, do you think you can handle this? All night long, I can take you all night long. Let me shake you all night long. Let me love you all night long. All night long, I can take you all night long. Let me shake you all night long. Let me love you all night long. When I move my hips, all them other boys begin to twist, but you don't seem to mind it just one bit. Oh, come on and show me what you got. Daddy, can't you see? You won't find another dame like me, no. Sugar-coated honey, sweet as cream. So come on and show me what you got. It goes 1, 3, 2, know what to do. Come on, shake your booty, baby, to that tune. It goes 5, 6, 4, give me some more. I'ma have you dancing up and down this floor. All night long, I can take you all night long. Let me shake you all night long. Let me love you all night long. All night long, I can take you all night long. Let me shake you all night long. Let me love you all night long.
That's why I like to call this my glide path home. When I worked downtown in Kitsilano at 14C Fun and QMFM radio, this was a favorite route to go home. Because, not that it was necessarily shorter than the Trans-Canada, but I just like heading out into the countryside a little bit. You see a lot more of the country taking 99. There's a big farming community here in Richmond and Delta, and we'll be passing that before we go through the Dees Island Tunnel. And then once we exit the tunnel, it's all kinds of farming community as well. Potatoes and a lot of vegetable crops. So the U.S. border, Highway 99, takes us south right to the border, but also into the municipalities of Delta, Surrey, White Rock, South Surrey, and then Langley. It's a beautiful area here on the west coast of Vancouver. Vancouver in the west coast. We're on 8th Avenue in Surrey, the municipality of Surrey, or the city of Surrey, and we're heading east. And for RVers of all size, Hazelmere RV Park is about 5 minutes from the truck crossing and about 10 minutes from Peace Arch crossing, and it is an absolutely stunning RV and campground for the traveler. Lots of room. I'll look at, in fact, what I'll try to do is I'll put the link down below for Hazelmere RV Park, and it's a great location. You're about 35 minutes from the city limits of Vancouver and all the attractions that Vancouver has to offer by staying at the Hazelmere. And like I say, it's about 5 minutes from the Douglas parking, or the Douglas crossing, and about 10 minutes from the Peace Arch crossing off the I-5 for travelers coming from the U.S. into British Columbia at both those border crossings. So you got lots of room there and great amenities, and they offer a wide selection of services for the RV traveler. It's a good point to stay if you're traveling into the lower mainland of British Columbia.
Oh man, what you talking about, man?
This is the township of Langley, or the municipality of Langley, and we are on 16th Avenue heading east, and we came out of Vancouver, took Highway 99, and then off 99, 8th Avenue East into Surrey, Langley, and we are in a little area where there's a lot of great hiking and a lot of great trails. Actually, it's also horse country. Langley is the capital of Canada for horses. You betcha. More horses here than I think in any other part of Canada, including Ontario and Quebec and the prairies. Horse capital of BC. Maybe not Canada. Anyhow, I've been known to stretch it once or twice, but we're on our glide path back to my home office in Langley, and we're coming up to 208th Street, and I hope you enjoyed my little tour into Vancouver. I showed you some of the sights that I could from where I was parked at VGH, or Vancouver General Hospital. I went in there to see a knee doctor. I've got one side of my knee that the cartilage is all gone, and it's been that way for some time, and it's getting awfully sore and painful, and met with the doctor, the knee doctor, and he suggested a full knee replacement. So I agree. I'm on the waiting list, and he mentions probably 10 to 12 months, so another year. And I think a lot of it has to do with these long waiting lists with COVID and the fact that the frontline workers have been stretched to the limit. So anyhow, I thought I'd take you with me on this little journey and show you Vancouver. It's a great location. World-class city, Vancouver. Lots to offer for the RV traveler. If you like mountain biking, skiing, trekking the mountains, getting into the backcountry, water sports from sea to sky, the Lower Mainland and Vancouver and the coastal mountains offer it all. Plus first-class dining and just a whole host of other amenities for the traveler. And there's lots of good camping and lots of good RV parks around the Vancouver marketplace and out in the Lower Mainland. And don't forget, if you look at one of my previous videos, we went out to Chilliwack and Abbotsford. The Fraser Valley offers so much for the traveler as well. So many things to see and do in the Lower Mainland. I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for coming along with me on this wee drive as we toddled around the Vancouver marketplace here on Toddle In, and hopefully I'll have some more roadside stories for you coming up.
Come along for an adventure. Feel the smiles on our faces. Roadside stories in an RV, making memories along the way. Toddle In.